You know, what we did talk about is just the same thing. I'm sure a lot of you saw. It's just, with new teams, young teams, or anything, adversity sets in, and it takes the teams a while to recover. And so we've got to recover quicker, and we start just kind of second guessing ourselves and hesitating and not running what we're supposed to be running. And so it's another lesson to learn. But you look at the positive side is we're up, 20-something points and really had to win the game twice. But we came back through that adversity and fought through it and made some free throws and plays. And so I was really proud of the way that it ended. It was really, guys really hung in there and kept the composure when it counted.
Early on, Daniel Baccio was really doing a terrific job. What has he done from last season to this season to improve himself so much?
Well, I wish I could take some credit, but it starts with Daniel. He just worked so hard, and he was coming off a severe injury when he was at Arizona, and just he'll give a lot of credit also to Bryson Williams, who was his mentor and kept him in the gym. It's got him up and going at 6 a.m. every day and kept pushing him, and he's just continued to develop. And our strength and conditioning coach Darby Rich has done a great job with him. So he's a great athlete, and he's bigger, stronger now, and just playing very well. And he had a few bumps in the road in this game, but he's been very consistent throughout the season.
Coach, what's your explanation for almost blowing that 23-point lead? I mean, did you feel like the team lost focus and intensity, or what was going on?
Well, I'll say it isn't from the coaching staff because, we understand that it's a team that we love, but we know that we're, sometimes we lose our composure at times, and some of these young guys, and they threw a zone and threw a press at us, and we worked on both those things 2 or 3 days. Worked on zone more this week than we have all year, and there were guys in the right spots. We just didn't get it to them. We're just a little bit anxious and probably thinking about scoring too much instead of letting the game come to them. And that's the big lesson here is these guys need to slow down and don't just keep playing the right way and letting the defense determine where you throw the ball. So that's something that these guys can go back and look at the film.
And
it's probably not a great answer for you, Joe. That's as good as I can get.
That's a pretty good answer. Yeah. On your rotation tonight, only 6 guys played double-digit minutes. Is that what you're looking for, or what?
We decided to go with fewer in numbers just so that we could, again, try to get some a pattern of guys knowing who's going to play and how long they're going to play, and it worked pretty well for the most part. But there's not one guy on that team that I don't think has some huge upside to him and a lot of potential, and they can play major minutes for us. We're getting the Big 12.
Coach, I asked you yesterday about Jalen Tyson. What did you see from him tonight and his kind of go get a bucket mentality? I
thought it was great. That was the theme for him before the game. Jalen, shoot the ball, and he did that, and I was really proud of him, and that's really going to help us. It gives us a whole lot more balance on the offensive end and scoring.
And how much have y'all practiced facing the press defense so far this season?
We go through 2 or 3 segments every day of just attacking the press offense and or using our press offense against different types of defense, and there's just a difference with we have a lot of young guys, and they can run it till the cows come home the perfect way. But then you get in front of 12,000 fans yelling and screaming, and some quick guys on defense. It changes. So we've just got to kind of work through that.
Through tough games this year and tough games last year, what have you learned coaching a younger squad versus a more veteran squad in last year's team?
I have no answer for that. I'm just patience. I remind myself just to be patient, and you'd really try to think about with these young guys. It's not where they are, but what they can be. And we've got guys with high ceilings, and I try to remind myself of that daily. And it's but I'm excited about what this team can be in another couple of months.
Hey, Coach. The guys just talked a little bit about being in these situations that they were in towards the end of the game before, like how you saw in Creighton and Ohio State, Chippy, things like that. Was this one, I guess, maybe being a little bit more confident and comfortable in situations like that? Did you see them maybe at ease a little bit more since they've been
Well,
in
I
that?
think, our home court gives them a lot of confidence in our fans, and give our fans, again, a lot of credit. The game got really tight, and they didn't give up on us and start cheering, and I think it really lifted our guys' spirits and gave them a little more confidence and pushed them a little harder, and I'm sure it has an adverse effect on our opponents. So a lot of credit to our fans, and playing at home certainly makes a big difference.
And a little bit more on Daniel Baccio. You've mentioned all year how he's been able to develop his game, but it's the little things that he's kind of added, like the three-point shot, the no-look
Yeah, how
passes.
about that? That's not my idea. So, but he says he can shoot it. So and he's been well, has he missed one yet all season? What is he?
No.
Was he 3 for 3? Yeah. So I'm now when he shoots, I'm kind of thinking it may go in. So but he's but he wants to win, and he's a versatile player, and just so proud of him and his energy and his competitiveness and his versatility as a player.
Has that versatility maybe caught you by surprise in some cases?
A little bit, but he's just a tremendous athlete. This guy's just a great athlete, and then he's nearly 7 foot tall. So that's a lot for the opponents to deal with when you're looking at a guy that can block shots and then and is scoring double figures on an offense. So I'm sure he's a target for every team. He's certainly not going to slip up on any of our opponents, especially getting the Big 12.
Coach, you mentioned that you kind of had to win twice. What were some weaknesses that caused that, but some strengths that got y'all to the win column?
I think both. I mean, we had a spurt that we played really good defense, and then we we just couldn't get a stop. And then same thing. We scored just relentlessly and consistently for most of the game, and then went through a spurt we couldn't score, and you got to give them a lot of credit. I mean, hey, Georgetown fought hard. They didn't give up. And they've got some really good players and a good coach that instilled his will on them. They came back when they were trying to win. So got to give them a lot of credit for that as well.
With this young team, how have you seen them bond this far into the season?
Well, they are. I think even the Maui trip, we're getting closer and closer. And these guys really like each other, which is a great sign. And the bottom line is we just want them to keep learning. Just hitting those plateaus and getting better and better. And we saw a lot of improvement tonight. All right, Carlos.
I guess when they got it down to 1, you had that inbound play. Pop was able to make that shot in the paint. Was that a situation where you kind of were looking for a guy to make a shot, or was it a player making a play at that point?
Yeah, I was looking for a shot for about 5 or 6 minutes there, hoping something would go in. But Pop's got a lot of confidence, and that's one thing I really love about him is he's a great competitor, and he missed some of those little runners earlier, but he had he stuck with it, and that play was designed for him to get to the paint like he did, and he made a great play.
I know last year you had a veteran squad. This year, I know we say it a lot, but young team. Have you found a guy to where you can run a play for him and you feel like you've got that go-to scorer now?
Well, we're still, we have Kevin O'Banner that we can run things for, and for Baccio. A little bit inconsistent from the guards, but Jalen Tyson's certainly a guy that has the capabilities and potential. We could do a lot of things with him, and it was great to see him have such a great scoring night. All right, Gio, you got anything for me before okay, good.
Jalen, I asked you yesterday about being more aggressive. Seemed like you were today. What did you see today, and what went into your 18-point performance?
Really, me and Coach Adams been talking about it all week ever since we left Maui. Like he has confidence in me to shoot the ball. I mean, I remember talking about it. I just gotta go out there and do it. And you know what I'm saying. This is the start to a new beginning. You know what I'm saying. I gotta keep coming out and being aggressive. I gotta keep trying to find my teammates. So it's just a start.
Kevin, what were the conversations like in the huddle when they cut it down to 1 after that big run y'all had?
I mean, we know we're gonna face adversity, especially headed to the Big 12. This is gonna be some games that we could probably be down 20 at Kansas. So it's just always about trying to persevere through adversity and try to turn the page. And that just says a lot about the group of guys that we have that that we become resilient. So it's a good win.
Kevin, you just mentioned how games like this get you ready for conference play. Kind of this game and then the past couple ones you guys had in Maui. What was your biggest takeaways playing these Power 6 teams?
That we're still learning, you know. It's only 20% of the season that we have played, and, you know, we still got, you know, a long ways to go, but we're making the right strides. But, yeah, it's still early. You know, we're all still trying to get adjusted and still continue to mesh together. But we are headed in the right track. I mean, the starters all had over double figures. So, I mean, and we out-rebound them. Got to clean up the turnovers, but we are headed in the right direction. So it says a lot about the group of guys that we have.
And Jalen, he just mentioned the aggressiveness that you kind of showed in tonight's game, putting up a career high. Is that where the games like that for you kind of stem from, your ability to, you know, not get lost in the big moment and, you know, maybe go for extra buckets you might not actually go for in other situations?
I've really never been scared of the moment, you know. It's always just been me. I just don't want to force it, you know. I never wanted to force none. I still don't want to force none because that's going to end up in bad shots for our team, you know. So just keep taking good shots. And when I had all my teammates and my coaches believe in me, so I'm just going to keep being aggressive, and keep building confidence.
Jalen, in terms of when you guys were down one, you had that inbounds pass to Pop, and he makes that shot to kind of end that scoring drought. I guess, can you just speak to just someone being able to just end that scoring drought and just finding a guy to, you know, make that bucket that y'all needed there?
For sure. You know, I believe in all my teammates. I believe in Pop. I believe in everybody from top to bottom, you know what I'm saying? I know he was going to hit the shot. I knew somebody was going to get us out of it, you know what I'm saying? So we just got belief in ourselves. I mean, we've been together for months now. We've just seen Pop hit that same shot plenty of times. So I just believe in everybody.
Kevin, I know you talked about the young team that you all have and you being a leader. I guess what did you feel allowed this team to give up a 23-point lead, get it down to one, but then on the flip side, in that adversity, to be able to come away with the victory?
Just being disciplined, and, you know, it starts with me. You know, at times, you know, we can't get content, and I mean, that's just human nature, you know. Just, you know, you're up 20, you don't put your foot on the brakes, but that's just the next step for us to just keep like punching their throat, you know, just make that lead up to 40. But like I said, it's still early. That's just things that we have to go back in the film room and look at. Speaks a lot of volume that we came back and won the game. But in moments like that, like, we can't do that, you know, going against Kansas at Kansas or at Texas. So it's a learning experience. We still got some more games to play before the Big 12. But like I said, we're making strides to the right direction.
What are you thinking in those high-pressure situations when they are coming up ahead, and how do you stay level-headed in those situations?
I feel like we've been in these situations already. In Maui, we were in this situation twice with Creighton at halftime and with Ohio State with about 8 minutes left. So, I mean, just keep learning, you know. I feel like that's good for us on our team because we'll rather go through those spurts right now and we learn from it. And then, like you said, coming to Kansas, coming to Texas, we're gonna know not to get ourselves into that and stay consistent the whole game.
Coming off of the one win and 2 losses in Hawaii, what's something that y'all applied from that, learned from that, and applied it to today's win?
Ooh, I mean, like, we were up by 1, so I feel like that is one. We came out rebounding the ball way better as a team. We out-rebounded them by 18, I think it was. So, you know, it's just learning and just keep pushing. That's all it is.
You said, what did we learn from the situation? We just learned just to continue to be resilient. I think actually like the losses that we had in Maui, it actually helped us. You know, in the Bible it says when you face trials and tribulations, you have to look at it as a blessing because, you know, fruits will come out of it. So, I mean, you never know. We won those games. You know, we start feeling ourselves. You know, we have a younger group of guys, so you never know how we can take that. So I think it was definitely an eye-opener for Maui to wake us up, to get our first taste of high-level basketball, and you know, to come out and beat Georgetown we're headed in the right direction. So I think it's a lot of positives happening.
Preach,